Yeah.
Okay, is Tammy there?
Yeah.
Tammy, can you
I
see
see
me?
you. I see you, Ryan.
Okay, so their camera is freezing up still. So
You're live. Wait. She says you're live. We're directing. Not gonna go live with you because our camera is lagging. Wait.
Ryan, I think you should try it. I'll send you my password so you can log in to be live and
okay.
send us the link, okay?
Wait, Norma says we're live right now. Keep going. You're live. We're live. I'm so confused. We're live?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what? Okay, Norma, I see Norma's saying yes. Okay.
What are we going to talk about tonight? Geometry, sacred geometry.
Sacred geometry. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
had a, so Tammy had a question a while back, and hopefully we can get into all this stuff as we start growing here. But she wanted to know how you went into the flower.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys want to start there?
Oh, teach me, show me how you go into the flower, please. I've been begging you.
Well, it started as baby steps for me. Actually, let me backtrack.
Do you
So
want to
when
do you want to set up how all that stuff started happening, maybe?
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So when we first met, Ryan was drawing, and we were friends for like 5 months, really got really close as friends, but before like our friendship really kicked in and just this realization that we were one. He
Soulmates,
showed, yeah, he showed
twin
me,
flames,
yeah,
lovers.
yeah, and I don't like to label anything because I'm just like, hey, I'm just flowing with this thing. I'm, gone from a life of marriage to solitude to meeting our tribe. And
Mhm.
this all happened all at once. And then when I met Ryan and he started to show me his drawings, I was pulled right in and I had no idea what I was doing. I was absolutely clueless. All I know is that once he showed me one of his creations, I went right into the center, right into what I now know is the womb, but I didn't know it then. And it immediately occurred to me that I was traveling in this world, in this multi-dimensional world with portals and other souls in there that I could see. Some I couldn't see, but I could feel. And I realized after the first, like I would call it initiation of the flower of life, I realized my power within the flower of life. But it really started with the very first drawing that Ryan showed me, and it sucked me right in. I was like this magnetic pull.
I'm gonna get that drawing out so they can see the one that the first
Cool.
one.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Cool.
I want to see it.
Yeah. And it's like I lost my human vision. If like I'm losing it right now, you're fading in and out because I'm talking about it and I'm being drawn to it just like visually because I've been around Ryan for a year now. And when he draws at night, I float into his creation and I go in through the womb, which is a very sacred place, very
Yeah.
sacred, and it's protected. And it's where the all and the everything of all that we are exists. And then once I started to flow through there, I realized the magnitude of what I was capable of doing and also the power of our union um, flowed through the flower of life. And
Mm.
so I went through a series of processes where my travels got extremely elaborate to the point where I would travel through the womb, Tammy, I would see all these portals and all of these beings, and then it literally moved through the flower of life into the void. And I did this twice. And as I flowed through I call it like the outskirts, the land, if you will, beyond the flower of life, the void, I was asked twice if I wanted to stay. And twice I responded, no, thank you. I'm not ready to stay here. I'm not ready to stay in the void. I'm not ready to go home yet. And so I would flow back into the flower of life. And I realized after some time I could do work, spiritual work within the flower of life, where I would find portals that were opened by beings that may not know what they're doing, or cloaked beings that were there, maybe not with the best intentions. And I would flow there with love, because that's what the flower of life is for me. It is the all-encompassing love, unconditional love. And I would close the portals. And see, so now I'm getting like a bitter taste in my mouth. This is so funny. So like for me, when I travel in the flower of life, I can taste more than I can see with the third eye. I can taste. And so I use that kind of like a little mini radar to go
Yeah.
in from portal to portal to portal, and doing what I have been doing for quite some time now, which is protecting DNA also, because through the womb, I was shown all of mankind, all of the species, everything that we are, everything that we have been created to be, all of the DNA exists right in there.
Yes.
And I was shown how to protect the DNA, because at one point I was shown, and this was after several months of doing some astral traveling within the flower. I was shown that we were being, and this isn't a fear thing. It was just like a little visual, almost like a movie that was portrayed to me, that the DNA was being stripped to the point of manipulation, so that eventually the vessels that we come through in would be remissive souls. And so that's when we all got together and started our group, and our astral traveling began, was when I was shown that it was absolutely necessary to protect the DNA, protect what our foundation.
Mm.
And that was the work that I have been doing. But then it changed. And Ryan, do you want to show do you want to show the
I'll show
first?
you the one that started your work. This is so the pieces that I was doing back then really were kind of they were, you can see the lines going everywhere out of the outside. I didn't really have a sense of closure, which is this one spun a lot of people out when they started looking at it the first time. I know you remember back in the day when some of the rooms kind of exploded, and this was what was happening. Everybody was just spinning out because I hadn't started putting the circles around the pieces yet, keeping all the energy in.
Yeah, there's a ton of energy in there. I feel it exploding through vortexes all over the different points of the
Yeah.
picture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the energy there is so intense.
Mm-hmm.
It's so strong.
Mm-hmm.
There is a ton of energy in that one picture that we have not even begun to tap into yet.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
No. So
Go ahead.
So when I started doing this, these all started off just from the 6-row flower of life going across, and then I would just connect all the lines. And when I started to connect the lines, that's when you start to see the grid work. That's when you start to see the matrix grid work of the flower,
Right.
which is what I think drew Sevi in, and she's been traveling all her life, just not probably not to this extent until we met, and because we're twins, our meeting kind of sparked the gifts in both of us. So yeah, so I'm gonna take that off screen before anybody spins out anymore.
Well, actually, yeah, and I come from a place of no fear. I mean, that's just that's
Yes,
who I am, right?
I'm
And
with
so,
you.
Tammy, you asked, about the travel of the flower of life. And for me, as I exposed myself slowly to the energies of the flower, I learned how to invert the flower. And by inverting, yeah, it's pretty like I'm just talking about it, I'm like right there right now. So
Yeah.
by inverting the flower, I get to experience the layers of the flower. And I get to experience the underneath, the center, and the very most top layer of the flower, which is if you consider the angelics and the type of work the angelics do, they are at the higher level of the flower and they guard the womb. Are you okay?
It, I just have this vision as you were talking about the layers of the flaky layered biscuit. You know what I'm talking about? That biscuit with all
Yeah.
those flaky layers.
Yes.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Yes. And I realize now why I saw why I see the way I do the flower of life and why I am, and I'm not the only one who's able to do this.
Yeah.
There are many of us out there that are able to do this. The inversion of the flower was important for us to travel through because I was able to see the lower level of the flower where there are beings in there that are not there with best intentions.
Mm.
And so what I started to do was I learned how to cloak and I learned how to set high vibrational frequencies of pure love in the lower level of the flower where travelers were coming in through.
Right.
And um and it was funny is because I encountered so many beings that could feel me, could feel my presence, knew that I wasn't there to harm them because I set that intention, but also knew that I was there clearly with the intention to shut portals that weren't supposed to be open,
Right.
and also set the intention of unconditional love within that layer.
I I I can so I'm not a seer like you guys. So when I first heard about this, we're on Messenger night ever since we met. We've been on Messenger every night. Maybe 6 times we haven't been on Messenger since we met since last year. And usually, at the beginning of the drawing process, I would start drawing something, and she'd be on the other end, and has to get to bed early for work, and she says, I'm going to go into the flower right now, and she usually is talking to me as this stuff is going on. And man, we've got stories of this kind of what she's talking about right now, meeting beings that were not so nice, and there was a couple of times where I was drawing and they were saying some really nasty stuff to her, and I made an angry line and they felt it. This is when I learned.
Oh, I just got goosebumps all over.
Yeah, so the worlds that we're creating, they're there and they can feel it. This is why ever since, and now that I know that, I try to go in there with the intent of no harm, just nothing but pure love to whatever, because our just lines, any angry lines or ill-intentional lines, has an effect on everything. This is the butterfly effect that we're talking about, you know?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is the butterfly effect. So when we go in with the intent to harm, it ripples. When we go in with the intent to love, I constantly try, and it makes you think about yourself when you do this. When I start drawing now, I go in with pure love. I had no idea how it affected others. So anyway, I'm gonna let her go on. These are stories that I started documenting because nobody's gonna believe me. Nobody would believe me if I told them this stuff if I wasn't hearing it myself.
It's
Yeah.
experience. It's
Mm-hmm.
experience. The story is an experience.
Mm-hmm.
And when you speak the story, it allows others to come into that story
Mm-hmm.
and experience it if they're open to it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's awesome. I love it.
Something, yeah, and it has gone through phases, and right now the phase that we are in, because it's just another expansion of who we are,
Right.
and we have realized how much we affect the collective and how important it is for us to completely surrender all that we are
Mm-hmm.
in the intent of these sacred geometry pieces that Ryan is creating, that he is expanding. What we came across this year, just
Ooh.
recently, is the spark. Ryan, do you want to talk about the spark? The spark of the feminine and how it influences the masculine?
Yeah. Um, I've been myself growing and learning as much as I could, because when you're thrown into this world of spirituality, that it's a lot of times the books that are out there just are over your head. You have to experience this stuff for yourself. I'm reading and studying right now I believe it's the Pistis of Sophia, or what did we call it the other day? Pistis of
Yeah.
Sophia. Beautiful book about the creation story, and how the out of creation, Sophia, creator herself, was created, obviously, and through the whole traveling, she saw a light and said, "Oh my God, that light is so beautiful." So she kept going. Unknowingly to her, it wasn't the light she was looking for, but kept going outside of the void. As she was going outside of the void, she started, because she is creation herself, creating more, and her creations were not, let's say, all geometrically balanced. Those would be like the demiurge, so to speak. So as we go into this now, up until this point, I have been experimenting myself with the flower of life, and I've just been trying to create and create on my own, and I don't know what comes out until it's done. If I think about it, it just I get blocks. So I have to just kind of let go, close my eyes, and that's what comes out. So
Right.
I've been experimenting with the flower of life, the Metatron's cube, and all of these beautiful geometric shapes on my own for a while. And so lately, what's been happening is my love over here has been creator. She has been the Sophia, where she sparks. It can be a word or just a feel, or maybe just a little twinkle in the eye, into my ear or my energy field. She'll give me a name, and that takes my whole Flower of Life into a whole branch of other
Expansion.
directions. Yes, it's like a beautiful dance where here's her spark and here's my manifestation, because the masculine, feminine, she is the one that's given the birth, and I'm the one that creates it for her.
That's amazing. That is
Blowing my mind. I don't know, it's just, I'm blown away,
if you can just see, if people can just picture and close their eyes and see what you have just explained, what you have just given us a picture of, the flower of life that blooms when two become one.
She
Oh my
planting the
God.
seed. She planting the seed.
Yeah.
I put it into the flower.
Oh my God, you're making love. You're making love to the fucking flower.
Hey, Tammy.
Oh my God, I want to make love.
Love.
Oh, don't
We're
make
gonna
me
get
say
letters.
Oh my
I want to say fuck me.
God. Aaron and Norma.
Yay! Aaron and Norma,
See us all
love
on
a
there
dub
yet?
dub.
You guys hear me?
Yeah, you guys, we can see you.
We see you. You're live. And we're making love,
still-
so come fuck with us.
Just laughing.
I love you.
Yeah, we're fucking with the flowers, so come on in. Let's all get down nasty.
So you were asking to look at the flower?
Yeah, we're looking at the
Asking
flower.
me to look at the flower?
Yeah, bring it in.
I can't hear anybody.
Can you
I
hear
hear
us, Bob?
you. We hear you.
Oh, what happened?
I don't
Still
think
having troubles with the camera.
There might just be a lag. Let's give it a minute. Let them come
Now I don't
in.
hear Sevi or Tammy.
everybody can see you guys on the screen. Just
phone.
we can't. I don't think they can hear us. Yeah. Yeah.
Color's not working. I want to come on so bad, but
Lisa Marie Walters Hines said, "You both are the flower of life, Sevi and Ryan." We kind of all are.
We all are. We all have the
It's,
propensity to be everything.
when we say that we are one, it, whether you believe or whether you like someone or not, has nothing to do with it. We really are all one. You are just resisting.
Yes, so that's another huge, expansive lesson. Oh my gosh.
For us, yeah.
Yeah, I think that
We're learning too. This
when
is
people can't see that they're one, where are they connecting at? Because we are one, and it reminds me of a spider web. And where we all connect at is where we need to be at that moment.
yeah. Just think of where we were last year when we were all meeting up in our little room, which, the weirdest thing is that we've all done this before, and how our contract said, okay, this is the year that you guys are all gonna reunite again. You can't make this story up, man. It's nuts. We all ended up in the same chat room last year after meeting through probably David Hopkins videos or something like that.
Yeah, it was for me. It started with Eddie, then to Dave, David's lives. Everything was just resonating, and all of a sudden, I'm in chat rooms with all y'all, beautiful people.
Oh, you're
And I'm
Oh, y'all.
thinking, oh, y'all. And what started to happen is, and I know I'm not the only one who's witnessed this, is just this fast track, amazing gathering of all of the tribe, and more are coming in. And I'm going to apologize. I'm not able to see comments right now. So if people are
I'm
Me either.
commenting,
I'm
Me.
watching my phone go if it in. I'm watching them. They're going up pretty fast though.
okay, I do apologize. I am not seeing any comments. I
I
promise.
can't see anything either.
Okay, I will go back and read comments. So
We're
I
talking
am very
about how
sorry.
where everybody has been, and we met each other. And Peter's on here. We met Peter last year through our when we went to
Shasta.
Shasta, and we did our drum circle live, and that's where we met Peter Coyle. And
Yeah.
then Cheryl says Todd Medina. That's personally that's where I got my in to find you guys is from Todd. Through Todd, I met Russell, and then through also David, and then from there I met you guys. Yeah, so it's amazing. We all have one or two, three people that have connected us all, and I remember seeing Cheryl from Todd's videos, and then Ange Love, and so yeah, it's everybody's kind of. Me too. So Dave, Eddie, Sevi, Ryan, Todd. Yeah, everybody has.
I
Yeah.
have no idea. Don't ask me.
Tammy
Dave's
just
like, I
popped
don't
out.
know, I
She
just
just
showed
popped
up.
out of the flower. She just popped out one day.
I was just a leaf in a flower. Poof.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So where we are going with all of this, all of Ryan's sacred geometry creations, we don't know, and that's okay. It's when we create resistance that that we start to feel, I don't know, unsure,
Yeah,
and we start to overthink. And I tell Ryan all the time, I'm like, get your mind out of it, step out of your way. Get yourself out of the way and let spirit guide.
and
And
when I do that, it flows, man. It
Mhm.
flows. When I start overthinking or fear creeps in, it's something gets in the way because the flow is what the universe wants you on, and then here's something to veer you off that flow. Well, the universe is going to try to correct you back onto that flow, but you may have to step on step on some glass or something on the way to show you that little lesson. So resistance, if we're having any kind of problems, anxieties, panicky, this kind of stuff, it's because we're resisting. I've been there, you know. We all
Yeah.
have.
So it's the
That's
complete.
good, Ryan. That's
Mhm.
that's good. I never seen it through a lens like that. When we are resisting,
Hmm.
that's when we're having panic attacks and issues of not being able to cope.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and let's see. So, the is remember the is okay. So we were in the room and we started doing all this Z play. That was so meditative for me. Richie says meditation showed me to. I had the hardest time last year because I was still new meditating. I could not meditate. Because I was what I was thinking. I was thinking I had to do this and close my eyes and go om and be like this guy on TV. So I had this box that I had. I've been meditating the whole time I've been drawing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just
Yeah.
didn't. So see when I stopped resisting the fear of not being good enough at meditating, bing, ping, this thing opened up. I started having the flashes. I started seeing things when my eyes were closed. So, I wish I could show you guys what I see when I close my
Oh
eyes.
my
Oh
gosh.
my
So
God.
talk
You
about
are a
that.
fucking seer. You are a seer at the core, Ryan.
Well, I'm a slow learner.
Well, you might be a slow learner on the surface, but at the
Yeah,
core,
yeah,
you're a fucking seer. And at the core is where things develop and where things give birth and
yeah.
grow.
I will say this. because being with all you guys, I was hearing all your stories in the astral travels that you were guys doing, and it was making me really like not feel worthy, because I was like, oh, I can't do that, and they're like over here. Okay, they're going to. So it started to get me down. So, but
Yeah.
then, so this gave me a little bit of hope. Last year when we met Tammy, she was still not remembering her astral travels, and now she's doing it with her eyes open. So you give me hope, because I know that now I got to work at it. As long as I work at it, you know.
Yeah, but you're seeing a different perspective than I am. You're like I'm the right eye and you're the left eye, or
I
I'm the
get that.
left eye and you're the right eye.
Yeah.
You're seeing something that I'm not seeing that connects us all as a whole.
I get that now. I didn't get it back then.
It gives me goosebumps right now just to say that.
Teresa
How
says
powerful you
resistance take.
are.
Hey, we've had some major breakthroughs in the last month. Me and
Yeah.
Sevi at our power. You know.
Yeah, and we're I mean, it's just daily. There are confirmations that we're paying attention to. I mean, look
Yeah.
at the huge gathering in Shasta that's going to happen this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have over 81 people attending that are saying, "You will go. Say it, and it what shall be so." Um,
Tammy, you manifested a puppy.
I uh, I did manifest a puppy, but
yes.
that's my puppy's not manifesting mountain.
Well, see, so there we go. There is resistance with those words too. So like what I am what we are learning, just another expansion of the beauty of traveling is this awareness that that presented itself to us this year was sleeping. When we rest our bodies at night,
Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps.
I'm going right in because this really matters. It's such a huge influence. Just another expansion for us is
Ooh,
when we rest our bodies,
yes.
we are not really resting. We never rest. Our light body never rests. It is always aware. It is always doing something. It's always, 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 always. It is eternal. So I
Yes.
realized this year as I went to sleep, it's not sleeping. I
No.
left my body and I travel. I have been experimenting and it's working. So here's an experiment. And I was with you when I was astrally traveling, Tammy. We were at a festival
Yeah.
and it was raining and we had ponchos. And we had strollers, and in those strollers were flyers. And we parked the car and we got out and we're like, we're here to spread the word. So we get out, we go up to this guy, and he looks at us and he says, this is gonna be a week's worth of parking. It's gonna be $153. And I looked at you and you looked at me and we're like, well, where are we gonna get the money? And I go, hold on a second. And I looked up and the money came from above and it landed on the table. And we handed him the cash and you went one way delivering the flyers and I went another way delivering the flyers. 3 days later I received physically in the 3D I received in the
Ooh,
mail a check for $153.
shit.
So we are able, once we release all resistance and we are consciously aware that we are always awake, no matter what. And we have the power to travel and bring abundance to us in the 3D. That's amazing.
And
That's when things start to happen for us.
so you manifest in the ethers first, and that manifestation comes about in.
Belief,
Yeah.
it's knowing, it's trusting, it's completely letting go and trusting that the universe has your back. The flower of life has our back. Everything that we are is taking care of us. So once we release all of our beliefs, all of the labels, all of the boxes, all the programming, and I'm not there yet. I'm getting there. It's a process because I feel myself. Remember, Tammy, we were talking about the toggle between the 3D and the 5D?
Yeah.
The flip-flop that we're constantly
Right.
doing, right? That is my like next experiment is how long can I maintain myself in the most highest vibration,
Yes.
right? Listen to that. I am constantly pulling from there and I'm influencing what happens here for the best and highest for all, including myself.
It reminds me. It reminds me of a scripture. I'm going to throw this in, but there's a scripture that says God never sleeps,
It's true.
and we are an aspect of God. We are all different aspects of God, of the Creator of all that is. So when you said our spirit body, what'd you say? Our spirit body,
Light body.
that part of us does not sleep. That is the truth.
I'm going to start crying now because that's just another belief that has been programmed into us.
Yes.
That sleeping has no play in our everyday life. That yes, we're there and we're resting and we're dreaming, but that dream is a reality. It's another dimension.
Absolutely.
And we can effectively, we're time travelers, people. We are time travelers. The
Yes.
machines that they have been talking about, we're it. The light body is the travel machine. And I say that from guidance. I say that from my perspective. I'm sure that there are people out there that are like, oh my God, what the hell is she talking about? This is my perspective. I am not here to preach and tell anybody that's listening that, hey, you need to believe in what I believe in.
Right.
I am talking about my experience in my form, in my essence, with Ryan and with our tribe. This is my experience.
Yes.
And that's where we lead from. We lead from our experience. We lead from our heart.
Yes.
And I've been talking about that lately too, about how it's the spiritual experience. You can read everything, you can try to learn everything, you can take in everything that the world has to give you, but until you have that personal spiritual experience, nothing else matters. You have to have that personal spiritual experience. That's what's going to pull you in to a reality that is beyond this 3D realm.
Mm-hmm.
You
Sevi,
have to have experience.
Mm-hmm.
Tamara says, go put your hat on from Elizabeth so we'll all be wearing Elizabeth's hats.
Okay, hold on. I've got to go get it. 1 second.
Get your Elizabeth hat. I got mine on. I love my, what do you call it, bohemian.
Yeah.
My chakra hat.
Chakra hat, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start wearing this more, man. My hair's getting longer and I can't do anything with it, man. I haven't had long hair since I was in college.
You got some curly locks, Ryan. I love your curly locks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, there she is.
We're wearing the Elizabeth
This
creation.
is the Elizabeth collection.
The Elizabeth.
Ryan,
creation.
where is your Elizabeth panties?
All right, Tammy, I'll go put on my Elizabeth drawers.
I want you to wear your drawers on the head, okay?
I'll do it.
Put them on your head. The drawers got to come on the head.
Oh my God, this was so funny.
I told her I told her I lost weight since she made this, so I'm just gonna do it as a shirt and like put a little. I'm gonna put a little hole here in the hole.
Fuck
You're
no.
not.
My head.
Fuck no. Put them drawers on your head, mister.
Man, damn it.
There you go. Boom, boom.
And his crown just expanded.
Ryan. Sevi's
I'm
gonna
a
send me a
leg.
picture.
I'm a leg.
You know I'm gonna get a picture, right? I'm gonna get a picture and we're gonna post it around the world. It's gonna go viral.
Oh my gosh, too funny.
Don't smell the crotch.
I'm the only one that's been in it. I wash.
Oh my gosh, too funny.
Oh
So-
my gosh. And you know, green is the heart chakra. So you got the heart chakra all around the pecker area, right?
Lots of love right there, baby.
Hey,
Lots of love. I'm telling it like it is.
all right, so let's see. Any questions?
Do you want to show a few more pieces, babe, that you have around you? Hey, do you have Elizabeth's creation that you just completed?
Yeah. Somewhere.
Yeah. I love this one. I love all of his creations. Ugh, they're just so expansive.
This
So
is
this one,
this is
go ahead.
Elizabeth's that we just. She said she made me a hat, so she got a piece free.
Ooh. Jelly bean, come on. I'm taking the dogs out. Sorry.
So this
No,
is
that's
going
okay.
to Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
I need to.
So go ahead, babe. What is that piece called?
Isoropia.
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 I love it.
It
It's
means balance.
beautiful.
So this is when we first started talking here. We were talking about how Sevi and I co-create. What started out at me just expanding on my own version of the Flower of Life. She gives me a name, an idea, a thought, and the spark from that thought turned into that one, Isorapia.
And Elizabeth is a Libra.
Yeah. So we got information about what her colors were, and went from there.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the trippy thing. So all that's cool and everything. I show her a half finish. It's not finished all the way. It was the flower. I drew a couple of little shield like circles around it, around the center points and all the points of the flower, and I showed it to her, and she said, "Okay, I see what it's going to be," and I said, "Well, what is it?" She said, "I'm not going to tell you, but I'm going to send you an imprint of what it is."
Mm-hmm.
She's testing my telepathy.
Yes, she is. You got it. You got it.
So yeah, it turned, and then when I showed her the finished one in the morning, she said, "What'd you say? Holy shit, you did it! You got
I
it right?
said, holy shit, you got it.
Are you serious?"
You got it. You got it.
Thing
You
about
got it.
you
You got it.
this is the resistance that I'm talking about. See, knowing full and well that I shouldn't be resisting, and totally going with this, I doubt myself when it comes to this kind of stuff because I'm still feel like I'm a new kid at this, but. Technically, I've done this only a couple thousand billion times.
1,000 billion times.
Damn ego getting in the way.
You have done it for a lot of times. A lot.
So, would you like to show them? Would you like to show them how you go through on one of those?
Yeah.
Things?
Oh, show us how you go through. I've been waiting for that. Come on, Leslie.
Okay. Okay. let me set this up, and what I will do is I will show the piece through my camera, and then she will keep her her face up here and show you what she is going through. Anyone in particular, my love, or just
Whichever one you want, sweetie.
let me find one.
Okay.
Why don't we? Can you do it? Can you do it on one of this? This is brand new. You haven't had it. You've seen this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh,
She's
that's
so confident.
beautiful.
Gorgeous,
Beautiful.
gorgeous creation.
Okay.
I'm
So
going to get myself into a place. I want to go in with you. I want to follow in on your coattails.
okay.
Oh, you don't have to be on my coattails, honey. You're already there.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to see if I can't set this up because I'm not on my phone. So I wasn't thinking ahead when we were doing this.
It's
That's
okay.
okay.
Let me see.
Take your time. We have all night.
Tammy, that sounded dirty.
Oh, that sounded dirty. Boom!
We have a lot of
Boom!
sacral
I
going
love you,
on.
Ryan. I love you.
That's so funny.
So hold on. Let me see if this is going to work.
Oh, I like that right there.
I'm sorry if I'm making y'all all.
That's okay. Do
I'm
what you
trying
got
to.
to do. You shine that light on it.
Okay,
Put that put that light pointed in the middle of it.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah,
1 second.
that's good. Woohoo! Man, that's
Can y'all see?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I see.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to not get in your way here.
We're going to go in through the heart space. Oh, you're pixelating, my love.
Okay.
Oh, I love it.
Is it still pixelating?
Yeah, but it's okay. It's showing itself.
Okay, guy.
The pixelating is showing the vibration.
Gotta remember, sometimes when I hold cameras up to these images, the energy is it's really powerful, and the camera doesn't work quite great.
Yeah, I just got chills head to toe.
So focus on the center, which is the womb. Let the womb draw your mind's eye to the center, bringing you closer to the center of all creation. As you focus your mind's eye on the center, you feel the pull, the vibration of all creation, drawing you in and closer with every breath. With every breath in, the alpha, the omega. Align all chakras. Open up your heart space and flow into the womb with me. Your light body connecting with all creation. You are no longer your physical. You are your light. And with the light dancing before you, the womb opens up and lets you in. She acknowledges all that you are in the present moment. And she pulls you in. Within this space, the colors, multidimensional, the ebbs and flows of all of creation, present, the tones, superfluous, the momentum, your own. Tammy, take my hand as we flow in to the center of all that we are. We see the abundance of all that we are. And the council is with us. The angelics are with us. All within a circle, bowing as we bow, acknowledging our pure love light energy, our vortexes spinning at the highest love capacity. Thereby creating our own vortex within the circle of this council. We flow. We see the landscapes of the worlds before us. And we connect in to the abundance. We connect into the love. We connect into the creation of all that we are. We bring our light in and we expand our light out. And we hold this moment together. And we expand the light beyond the worlds before us into the void. Past the void. Tammy, what do you see?
Beyond the void, I see light. I see rainbow colors that I've never seen before. I see expansion and freedom and feeling the freedom. Breaking free from all, breaking free from everything, to fly into the unknown, knowing that in the unknown I am safe and secure.
Wow.
I see lights from the center. There's a core, and in that core, light is shooting out in every direction. That light is the flower. The lines, they're going in every direction, but they're symmetrical. They're connected to the core. They bridge gaps. And they bridge gaps with a synchronicity. It feels good. It feels connected. It feels the way it's supposed to be. The lines, the grids, the lights. And in the lights flow tubes. There's tubes within these grids. The tubes that are connecting. Every corner are tubes of love. The highest frequency of love is at every corner of the flower, every corner of the bridge. Love. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how it feels. I can't explain to you how it feels, the warmth, knowing that you are connected to the core, to all of creation. The flower explodes in a never-ending design. Never ending. It just explodes into all the darkness. I see it exploding into all darkness, the light exploding into every corner of darkness, taking away all the fear, taking away all the labels that have stopped you from expanding. And this light that's flowing through these tubes in the grid of the corners that all meet up with love. You are these light beings that are flowing through these grids. You are what's bringing life to the flower. Shit.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Okay. Go on. Iya nananaya manaya mano oko shetia taya mana. Aya nananamoku ianaya. Aya mo inaya. Aya moko. Every grid, every corner. I just keep seeing the knots in the corners of the flower that brings intersection into another line. And the corners, the knots, they're love knots. They're love knots. When two lines meet together, when 4 lines meet together, when 8 lines meet together, wherever there is an intersection point, there's a love knot.
Wow.
I am Omoku Omenianaya Aya. There's all in the flower, all in the flower, all in the flower, every level, every intersecting line has a corner that meets up with a love knot. And in that love knot, in that love knot is so many so many other lines that are coming in to connect, to expand, to bring expansion into the flower, and all expanding out into the darkness, into the darkness. They're expanding, it's growing. Love knots.
That's beautiful.
I just keep seeing love knots.
Love that.
Okay, guys, you go.
That's beautiful.
It just keeps growing. It's expanding beyond the universe, beyond everything that we could ever conceive in our mind. We don't have any idea what's out there, but I can tell you that this flower of life is expanding, and it's expanding in light. With love knots at every corner. It reminds me of an Afghan being crocheted.
Yes.
I am a koya taya tananamo. With every pull of the yarn through creates a knot. And every knot is filled with love and with purpose. Mm-hmm.
I am vibrating. I think I'm ready to teleport.
Go ahead, teleport. What are you seeing?
I see the flower of life as the grid over our planet lit up, and with every love knot within it, souls of all beings, including sentient beings,
Yes.
down to the very molecule of all that we are, to the atomic level of all that we are. And I see we're all igniting, and everything from the flower Gaia is expanding out. And that essence, the light bodies that expand out from the love knots, the connections, the dots, the doorways, the frequencies, the lines, are reverberating beyond our planet and out. And they are watching. And they're watching as we come into our own remembrance.
Love is watching.
Love is watching. And love is bowing. And love is saying, come in. And love is saying, unite. And love is saying, the only thing that matters is love. The many layers of love that we perceive, all culminating into one. And so this expansion, we're all feeling it. Down to the very insect, the little ladybug that's on Ryan's desk that has been there with him for 3 or 4 days.
I love it.
Powerful. It's powerful. We are co-creators. And we're here to be the change. And we have to, no matter how uncomfortable it gets for us, we have to keep moving forward. We have to keep expanding who we are. We have to keep on keeping on.
Yes. Mm.
I'm bowing in gratitude for this perfect moment. Present in this very moment, all present in the past and in the future, because this reverberates out. And I'm saying thank you. And I give thanks.
Yes. Mm.
How y'all feel?
I'm a snotty mess, but I'm good.
I don't want to come out.
I know.
I don't. I don't want to come out of the womb of the flower. I don't want to come out. It feels
Safe?
so good. Yeah, it feels like I'm supposed to be there. And when we're supposed to be there, that's because we are creating more light, more grid room, more expansion for others to come up behind us. We're being followed by many. We're being followed by many. Many are coming into the womb. Many are coming into the flower. You don't see, you don't understand, you don't see how many are coming into the flower because they're coming back to the mother.
Yeah.
Whoa. They're coming back to the mother that has given them life. Ah,
It's beautiful, Tammy.
oh. The flower is what has given them life. As the seed falls to the ground. And when the seed falls to the ground, it goes into the soil. It is covered by the soil. And the outer shell must die. The outer shell must die so that the core of the seed can bring life. And in this flower of life, it is expanding, and more people are coming into it. To bring life, to bring life. And this life is our future. This life is our future. Many, 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 many people, many in this 3D realm have prophesied doom and gloom and the fall of this world, but this world will never end. This earth will not end. This earth will not end. It will grow, it will expand, and new life will come forth through the flower, through the seed that is coming up through the ground to bring forth life, to expand, and to bloom. The flower brings blooms. Oh, there's so much. There's so much. I cannot even begin to tell you. There's so much. Every bloom is a seed. Every flower, every leaf, every part. I am a koya tayama imanaya makoshatiata. You can go as deep as you want. You can go in as far as you want. It's up to you. It's up to you. How far do you want to go? How far do you want to grow? How far do you want to expand into the unknown? There is no fear. Don't fear. There is no fear. Perfect love casts out all fear. There is no fear. I am o. Yamokuya taya a. Imanaya moku iana. Iamo o. Iamaya. No fear.
No fear. Lori Edie is in my head. All is well.
Ah,
She
no.
says that a lot. I love her for it.
Yes, beautiful being. I love you, Lori.
Yeah.
Mm. Ryan, can you see any comments?
I'm seeing a lot of beautiful comments saying, showing love for what the experience they're experiencing here. Yes,
Love you.
yes.
We love
Yes. I mean, I'm blissed out. I can stay here all night. So,
you. That's why I like to stay in the flower all night.
yeah.
It's home. It
Mm.
feels like home because it is
Woo.
home.
I just got goosebumps all over. Fuck.
It's the womb. It's all creation.
It's all love. And anyone can come into the flower. There is no restrictions. All are welcome into the flower. The flower is who gives you life. The flower is what gives you life to give life.
You know, love highway.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you, Sevi.
My heart's yours.
You
Thank you,
took us
Ryan.
into the flower. You took us in. It's still it's still like vibrating, like woo.
Its frequency is consistent, just like you said. The life, the life that flows through us is eternal. And we need to start treating everything like that. All souls, all sentient beings, water, food,
Everything.
everything.
And everyone can experience this. We're no different than anyone else. It's peace. It's love. It's it's going in to the center of that womb and just feeling it, seeing it, sensing it. Everybody has these, oh, I don't know what you want to call it. I see them like wires, live wires. but they're not.
Synaptic.
Yeah.
I see them too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to plug in. They
Yeah.
need to come in. It's okay. It's okay.
It is okay. It's perfectly perfect.
I could stay here all night, but I know you guys. What is tomorrow Saturday? You don't have to get up and go to work, do you?
Tomorrow's Saturday, and my blow-up mattress has a hole in it, so I'm going to. I have been on this mission to not be attached to anything, no furniture or anything, because when the time comes for me to leave, I need to leave, and I don't want stuff. But
Right.
I think I'm going to break down and buy a mattress. One that I don't have to keep blowing up or having the thought of the kitty scratching it and, poking holes in it.
Go to Big Lots. Big Lots have some good quality for cheap.
Can I
Yeah.
put this down now?
Yeah, sweetie, I love you. I love you. Did such a great
Oh, where
job.
you at, Ryan?
My
Oh,
arms are
boom.
numb.
I'm blind. Hold on a minute. I can
Oh
see.
my God. That was
I was like holding it up like this the whole time. My arms
I
are
can
numb.
see. Oh, you just.
is that why it was shaking? Is that it was shaking?
It was shaking a little bit, but honestly, I haven't had any luck with cameras and the Flower of Life. Once it gets this intense, anytime you put a camera up to it, the camera starts zzz, because the
Yes.
energy is too strong.
Right.
I haven't found a camera yet that works.
That's okay. It was supposed to do what it did tonight, my love.
Okay.
Yes.
That, it was supposed to do exactly what it did. And my glasses are fogging up. 1 second.
I feel like Ryan, the vibration of it
Mm-hmm.
was what it needed to be. That vibration of the flower of life, it was sending out the frequency
Okay.
that it needed to put out for people to come in.
That's what I've heard before here.
Yes, I love you.
I love you. Thank you so much. Erin, Norma, love you.
We love
Everybody
you.
watching, we love you so much. If
Peace
I could
out.
just show you my heart, I'd
Yeah.
open it up because there are no
Oh,
words to how
tonight.
much we love you. What's that?
I said I think we saw your heart tonight.
So, I'm gonna go in and reply to some comments now, but we just want to say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for hosting this, and thank you for
Love,
everything.
Yeah. You can
love you.
find the art and our co-creation, Sevi and I's, at ONRYA Sacred Geometry on
Hmm.
Facebook.
Hmm.
Yes.
Hmm. It's for everybody.
It's
Hmm.
yeah. There's a lot of creations if you're interested in going getting into the meditation part of it. Sevi can help you with all that stuff. Any light body activations to help us upgrade, get us there. You know.
Yep.
We have all the tools within, all of them. I love you guys.
I love you too.
Bye.
I
Bye.
Bye.
Peace out. Love you
Peace.
all.
word.